Hey there guys, I'm Renee. I am the owner and artist behind Chicly Reclaimed Decor, and welcome back to another YouTube tutorial. Today I'm excited to share with you a fun and creative DIY project where we'll be transforming a tired old wicker dresser into a stunning centerpiece with some Mediterranean boho flair. In this tutorial, I'll guide you step by step on how to give your dresser a fresh paint makeover, and then we're going to accent it with some beautiful and unique paint inlays by IOD. Whether you're looking to revamp your home decor or you just love getting crafty, this project is perfect for you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more creative content from the Couture creative team. Now let's get started. Obviously, this piece had some pretty extensive damage to it, so I went about the process of weaving this rattan caning back into the top here. To do this, I'm creating a pattern which is known as a plain weave, and it involves simply just threading this rattan caning under and then over these round threads, and then reversing that sequence for the next row by going over and then under. By alternating for this pattern on each row, you're going to achieve a balanced and consistent weave that is both sturdy and visually appealing. And this is what it looked like once I was all done fixing all the cosmetic damage. Next up, for the paint makeover, I'm going to first prime this piece using Couture's Premium Plus 2-in-1 Bonding and Blocking Primer in the color white. So my inspiration for this paint finish actually came from a wicker basket that I remember seeing as a young child. It had kind of a variegated color pattern to it, and I specifically remember there being tones of blue and yellow. So that is exactly what I'm trying to replicate here with this paint finish. I'm going to be using Couture's Pine Cone, and I'm also going to be using their Madagascar Mocha to create a faded two-toned wood-inspired blend on this piece of wicker furniture. I am using my Happy Creating brush by Kristana to do so. These two colors are very similar, so it makes blending easy, and all I'm doing is laying down these two different colors of browns and then using a back and forth motion to blend them together. As you can see earlier, I did spritz to make blending easier as I went along, as these are both water-based paints. The nice thing about Couture's line of paint is that they are interchangeable and when blending, so you can blend in acrylic with a chalk style paint and vice versa. I've also found that using a round tipped brush makes it easier to get into all the nooks and crannies on this intricate wicker piece of furniture. And here is a peek at the entire dresser once I was done with that first layer of paint. Okay, so next up, we're going to introduce some color to this piece. We're going to be using one of my favorite blues by Couture. This one is called Sophia. And I also did a custom mixed yellow for this piece. I really wanted a more like boho style yellow. So I took Tuscan Sun and I added Pine Cone to it to create this yellow. This paint finish is really fun and is super easy and doesn't require any fancy techniques. All I'm doing is I'm simply brushing these two colors in random areas over the entirety of this piece. I'm going to start with the Sophia blue, and as you can see, there's really no rhyme or reason as to where I'm adding it. I'm just going with my artistic discretion and wherever the paint flows. Also, don't be worried about getting full coverage because you're going for a distressed layered look. Next up, I'm going to take that custom mixed yellow, and again, making sure that my paintbrush is not overloaded, I am going to brush this yellow over top of this design. Again, I'm not going for full coverage here. I want that layered, distressed look. And here's a peek at what we were looking at once we were all done with that step. And next up, we are going to be taking, again, the Pine Cone color. And to complete this paint finish, we are going to be dry brushing this color over the entire dresser. This is the step that really pulls that subtle colored variegated paint finish together. Next up, to add a really fun and unique element of design to this piece, I'm going to be using this Morocco paint inlay by Iron Orchid Designs. And I'm going to be using Paint Couture's Extreme Guard Top Coat to do this. So once I have an idea of where this paint inlay is going to go, I'm going to spritz the paint side of it, and then I'm going to set that aside. Then I'm going to take Paint Couture's Extreme Guard Top Coat, and I'm going to brush on a very thick amount over this drawer, especially in the area where I'm going to be adding this paint inlay. Once I am done there, I'm going to carefully lay the paint side down on my piece of furniture, and then I'm going to again spritz it with water. Then I like to use a little cotton ball to firmly press this paint inlay onto this wicker design. By the end, you should be able to see the textured weave through your paint inlay. That's how you know that you've done a good enough job of adhering this to your dresser. But keep in mind that when you're using this paint inlay on wicker, you are not going to get a complete perfect transfer. You are going to get a very distressed looking design and image when you are done, and that's exactly what I'm going for with this boho inspired piece. Once my paint inlay had time to dry, about an hour and a half, I came back through to remove them. I'm going to spritz them with water, and then I'm going to wait about a minute or so before I start to pull them off slowly, starting from one side and working to the other. Remember that these paint inlays do utilize water-based paint, so you will need to seal this design for a lasting finish once you are done. And here is a look at our variegated wicker paint finish that we created using Paint Couture paint, and the unique boho-inspired Moroccan designs that we added using Iron Orchid Designs paint inlays. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Again, my name is Renee. I am the owner and artist behind Chicly Reclaimed Decor. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the Paint Couture channel so you don't miss out on any of these tutorials from the Paint Couture creative team. And I hope I've inspired you to pick up a paintbrush and do a little creating of your very own.